Hello students, let's move on to the next question. Question number 9, part 1. Construct a frequency distribution table for each of the following distributions. So the first one that we're doing is about marks. Marks are less than, which means we're talking about an ogive. Yes, but we don't have to plot it. We just have to make the frequency distribution table. What all does a frequency distribution table have? It'll have a class interval. It'll have a frequency. Cumulative frequency is already given. Right, so in this case we need to first figure out a class interval. So the class interval, let's look at it. Cumulative frequency I've given. So marks less than 7. How many students scored less than 0 marks? Marks less than 0, sorry, not 7. Marks less than 0. How many students scored less than 0? Well, obviously 0 students scored less than 0 because you can't score less than 0 marks in any exam. Right? And what is the final total number of marks? That's 100. So the 100 is the maximum. And each group has an interval of 10. Each group has an interval of 10. So my class size is 10. Right? So my class size is 10. So let's look at it. I can either start from here, which is 0 to 10, and then the next one can be 10 to 20. My suggestion is don't start in the first one. Leave it blank. Why? Because either you leave the first one blank or the last one blank, your choice. Why? Because we will end up one shot. Let's check. So this will be 0 to 10. How many students? 7. Next is 20. So less than 20 will be 10 to 20. Let me first just write the class intervals. Will make our life simple. So that's 40 to 50, 50 to 60, 60 to 70, 70 to 80, 80 to 90, and 90 to 100. Had you started from the first one, the last one would have been blank and we would have put blank here. My request and suggestion though is leave the first one blank. Now let's look at this. 7 students scored less than 10 marks. Perfect. Next. 28 students scored less than 20 marks. 28 students scored less than 20. So is this 7 also being counted in this 28? Yes, it is, because less than 10 is obviously less than 20. Yes, if you're scoring less than 10, you're scoring less than 20 for sure. In any case, for our convenience, they've already written this is cumulative frequency. So then I subtract 7 from 28 and I get 21. So these are 28 students who scored less than 20. How many students have scored less than 30? That's 54. So again I subtract 54 minus 28, that's 26. Let's check. 40, 46, 47, 54. Perfect. Next, 71 students scored less than 40 marks. So all these 54 are also a part of this. So 71 minus 54, this is 8, 64, 17. Perfect. Next I subtract this. 84 minus 17 minus 71, that's 13. Next I subtract here, so that's 21. Next is 147 minus 105, that's 42. Yes. Next is 180 minus 147, that's 33. Next is 196 minus 180, that's 16. And 200 minus 196, that's 4. So 4 students scored marks between 90 to 100. 16 students scored marks between 80 to 90. Let's do a total to check if our subtraction has been correct. 7, 8, 14, 24, 25, 27, 30, 36, 40. 0 and 4. That's 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 12, 16, 19, 20. So that's a total of 200 students. Perfect. So I had 200 cumulative frequency in any case. We will not be plotting this question because the question doesn't want us to plot. Let's just check what do they have. It says, but let's write what we'll plot. So again, the lowest frequency with 0. So it will be 0 and 0 will be my first one. The next will be 10 with 7, and then upper limit with the cumulative frequency. Upper limit with cumulative frequency, that's 20, 28, 30, 54, 40, 71, 50, 84, 60, 105, 70, 147, 80, 180, 90, 196 and 100, 200. But just in case if we had to plot, how do you think we'll plot it? So I need to plot intervals of I need to plot up to 200, so divided by 10 makes it 20. So my guess would be if I take 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140, 160, 180, 200. I think this would be the best way of plotting this question. This is a 0, this is 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140 and 160. On the x-axis I have to go up to 100. So this is 0. Again, I do not have a scale here. So this is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Array. So which means I am not being able to fit it on this graph. So my drawing is wasted, it is completely wrong. So which means I will have to start my graph from the border. Like I said, ideally you should leave one space, but in case there is no option, this is what we'll have to do. So I will have to start it from here. This is 0, this is 10, 20. So this is what will be the proper one. In this question, in any case, we didn't have to plot it. I was just discussing it for academic reasons. Thank you. I'll see you with the last question, which is question number 9, part 2, in just a few minutes. Thank you.